Okay. Welcome back to Our Frame Games. My name is Chris, and we're back playing Tokyo Dark. And last episode got a little heavy. Had to take a break. Came back a couple days later. May have overslept. 5 hours is just way too much for me. So we're back in Kamakura, and I have to check. Is the guy still there? Just like knocked out, unconscious? Hey, Granny, I have a question about the Common Kai, the group your daughter and son-in-law were part of. You're the only one alive. Who'd remember it? Common Kai? I don't know anything about it. Leave me.
Grandma, enough. Listen to yourself. Do you even realize you're lying anymore?
I think she does. I think she's a horrible liar.
Takashi told us everything. And you, Ito, just because this investigation is important to you doesn't give you the right to barge in.
It totally... You know what? I mean, you're adorable. But that being said, I just witnessed something sick and sadistic. And let's just go with the fact that I apologize in advance, but I'm going to do it anyways. Hey, your grandmother and I need to talk. If it upsets you, maybe you should go.
No, I'm not going anywhere. This is a house I grew up in. It's as much mine as it is Grandma's. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of me.
Alright, cool. Okay, so there's a girl who killed herself in 1996. She came back 6 months ago, put a knife to your neck, looking for this mask. And then I shot her in the head. And then a week ago, maybe 2 months ago, I don't exactly know because time is relative and very confusing in this situation. She came and killed my boyfriend. Is that good enough for you? Is that good enough for you, Mai? Okay.
Only a little while ago, I found out that my parents died in some cult and no one knows why. You think hearing that was easy for me?
Yes.
I want to help you, Ito, but all the deceit and lies are starting to hurt people.
Oh, that's, what I am chasing is so much worse.
Tell that to the poor man in the station. He's in the hospital now, terrified out of his wits.
Look. I apologize for punching the guy in the face. I kind of apologize for punching the guy in the face. In fact, I actually do not apologize for punching the guy in the face.
People aren't here to be used for information and then thrown away while you move on. They have lives too. And bringing up the past can hurt. Surely you of all people should understand that.
My, you're getting very close to a sore subject. My day has not gone all too well. And while I definitely don't want to take it out on you, even I have my limits. So I completely understand that. But ignoring the past won't make it go away, and there's unfinished business from the Common Kai that needs to be taken care of.
But what's left to talk about? Everyone's dead, right?
Oh.
About that, it's kind of a...
I promise to talk to you about all later. For now, let me and the detective talk. Go on. You were cooking dinner, weren't you?
All right. We'll talk about it later, but I'll be in the other room if you need me.
So, you found out. Now that Mai knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping it a secret anymore. Well, truth is, my daughter never would have joined the Common Kai if it weren't for me. I convinced her and her husband to join. I was already a member. At the time I joined, my husband had left me and I'd lost my job, suddenly leaving me a single, unemployed mother who could barely support her daughter. That's when Tokimasa found me and told me that the society that stigmatized and shunned me was a fiction, a great machine to be fought, and that my very soul was at stake. Of course, he used me as he did everyone else. I desperately wanted to hear what my struggles weren't my fault. They stole everything from me. My youth, my mind, then my child. And then one day in 1996 they all died. The cause of the death was buried, and no autopsies were performed, or if they were hidden. Why? Oh, that's simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultists in the woods and covered it up so the papers wouldn't sensationalize their deaths. That's it. After everything I have found, you expect me to believe that? 12 people died that day, and nobody, not a single person, knows why. What happened? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. No, you want to know what happened so badly? Fine, I'll tell you. They died for nothing, following in the footsteps of some madman who believed that life was an illusion. As words of other compounds and other groups being raided spread, Tokimasa began warning us that the end was near. He believed the world was collapsing and it was time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and find purity among the gods. Ayami Itō, she didn't die from some conspiracy. She chose death because she no longer had an anchor to reality. And it was my fault. Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them. No. Oh, no. You do know something. In that report, it says after the officers cleared the bodies, they found the mask. The same one you handed me 6 months ago. That's... Tokimasa would always keep it up to himself, saying it granted him sight into the realm of the kami gods. By the way, I needed it. You don't understand. It allowed us to see strange things and people who were gone. The Gruer was a fool, a fake, but the mask. Oh, the mask was real. Oh well, there was rumor that the cult members were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't. No, you don't understand. I would never kill my own child. I didn't take the mask. He was given to me. One day a man, some journalist or another, showed up at my door carrying the mask. I couldn't believe it. I begged him for it, and he stood there, smiling at me. His eyes were like none I had ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted in exchange was a mask was for a picture of Emiko. And the moment you gave it to him, you regretted your decision immensely. You could never find the man yet again. The collector is going to be talking. When I joined the cult, I was forced to give up my possessions and only had one left, but I gave it to him nonetheless. I thought if I had the mask, I could find her, that maybe she would forgive me. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I could hear her voice. So you went to the sewers, chasing after her, thinking you could save her. Takashi told you that as well, did he? Yes, it's true. Emiko was crying out to me, begging me to find her and free her from the dark places. I would have given anything to hold her in my arms again and plead her forgiveness. I don't care if you don't believe me. Just like Tanaka was calling out to me. Oh, I do believe you. We're probably some of the few people left alive who know what the mask is capable of. If you really thought it'd help you find her, then why'd you give it to me? Because I was wrong. At first, I only followed whispers. Then I found myself in strange labyrinth chasing after her shade. The days bled together. I lost track of my grandchildren to the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how hard I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me. I descended into madness. I was being used again, just as Takimasa had used me so many years before. I tried getting rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. Oh, none of it mattered. It always came back. And when I did, the visions and whispers only got worse. So I put it out of my mind and tried as best as I could to live a life of solitude and ignore the screams of my daughter. Then you came. And when you did, the mask just was screaming out in voices I'd never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I'll float all my problems onto you. It's just how it works. I didn't even have a time to breathe out a sigh of relief before I heard a gunshot ring out. No one else ran to it. I think I was the only one who knew the sound for what it was. I thought the mask was punishing me once again by taking Maya away from me. Instead, it had passed tragedy to another. I'm sorry. Perhaps the knowledge of the mask should die with us. Oh, no. There's another person that knows about this mask. A girl named Reina. Does that name mean anything to you? No. I don't know anybody by that name. Do you expect me to know everyone who's been touched by the mask? Yes, actually, yes. I kind of do. No. But you were involved with the worship of it. Are you sure you're telling me everything? Are you sure? Yes. What good will accusing an old woman do? Unless you're chasing somebody too. Whoops. That must be it. Mai told me you lost somebody. Your partner in the police. Is that right? If I'm right, then I suggest you stop your search. The place I was shown by the mask was not meant for the living. I barely escaped with my life. Stop while your mind and body remained intact. What if I told you there was another option? Okay, alright. I'm all ears, old lady. What is this other option? In the months before I met you, I had time to examine the ancient texts in this shrine, and as the mask grew further away, it loosened its grip on my mind. I knew then that it would someday make its way back to me, so I became determined to find a way to protect myself and my grandchildren from its influence. The darkness of a kamikai and its ritual objects are all but manipulations used to sever our connection with that which was truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. That whole sentence just went completely by. I apologize. Dark forces can invade all manner of living and non-living things, driving them to violence or death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. It must be destroyed. It is the only way to save us from its grip. Cool. Destroy the mask. I thought you said it couldn't be done. You know, with the burning and the throwing away and the thing. No. Not physically. Grandma, is everything alright? I overheard you talking about that mask again. Yes, dear, but you needn't worry. In fact, it's good you're here to talk. It's good you're here. This talk involves you. Mai, you've trained in exorcism and purification rituals for quite some time, haven't you? Such a ritual could purify the mask and turn it into a mere piece of wood. Given we gather the right materials, of course. I can tell from the look in your eyes that you think me to be senile, but I'm quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with enough conviction, they are still capable of great power. Before, I was content to die as long as the mask didn't hurt my children, as I was too feeble to do what was necessary myself. But now, seeing you here, I see a second chance to do what is right. If you truly know what the mask is, then you must help me destroy it. Woohoo! Slow down. Okay, cool. I didn't come here to be involved in a ritual, or exorcism, or whatever you call it. I only want the truth about the kamikai, which you still haven't given me. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? So be it. I can see there's only one way to change your mind. Rock, paper, scissors, go. The only trace of what happened that day will be at the kamikai compound itself. The records of its location are lost, and They were never made public, but I know where it's at. Alright, alright. What's the catch? Go there, search for your truth. See what worshipping the mask has wrought. When you return, you'll help me destroy it. So confident. What makes you so sure I'll change my mind? I went back there once, years ago. In all honesty, I'm not sure why. Perhaps to remind myself of my sins. What I saw and felt in that place, it was tainted by darkness and death. There are two things. Those two things are all the mask will afford you. There is something else. Of course, of course. What is this something else? The heavy, unnatural air I felt when I returned to the compound. It had the same stench, the same quality of the tunnel where I searched for Emiko. Alright, cool. Sounds like superstition to me. So, what exactly do you want in exchange for this information? I believe the energies of the mask and the place are linked. I want you to bring something back from there. Anything. It may help in the ritual. Looking for the truth will not bring you peace, Detective. Purifying the mask very well might. Remember that. The compound is in the forest of... that place.
That place? Hey, that's the suicide forest.
Suicide Forest. What a dreadful name. Though I suppose those would have seen their fair share of tragedy and death.
Itō, you can't just go charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you get lost? GPS doesn't work in there, and I've heard even compasses won't point north. Not only that, but, well, a lot of people go there to die. I don't think you should go. You two keep talking about the mask like it's some evil spirit causing you pain, but I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by the mask. It's just you.
You know, May, you're well-meaning, but no, the mask is a piece of shit. So, oh no, it's the mask's fault.
So many nights after the girl died in the shrine, I had nightmares. Every corner I went, I thought I'd see her there. It wasn't a ritual or a charm that made me better, though. I just stopped listening to the fear. I confronted it. When you took me to see Takashi, that was the first time I'd left Kamakura since April. It's embarrassing to admit, but I was scared. And yeah, Takashi telling him all that stuff about Mom and Dad were scary too, but it was the truth. I wasn't hiding from some demon I'd invented myself. Oh, Miss Ayami. Ooh, I don't get to see demons. Look. I would love for this mask to just be some psychological issue, but no. Oh no, this mask is a piece of shit. It's apparently haunted myself ever since I got my hands on it. Killed a girl who was already dead. And then the mask is something. Anyways, I know you might not listen to me, but I don't think you should put yourself in danger just so you can keep chasing your demons.
Maybe you're right. Oh, but some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the common guy compound is something I have to do.
Well, it's your choice, but that place is huge. How are you going to find the one compound?
Minigame? Puzzle? You know, mine makes a good point. It's been a long time. Are you sure you remember where it's at? Of course I do. I know what you two must be thinking, but I'm not senile. It's a hike away from a bus stop on the outskirts of Nurasawa. We used to go to the town occasionally for supplies. Several miles away from the bus stop, there's a clearing and a path they're used to time by the Forest Service. I'll draw you a map before you leave. I may remember it, but my map writing skills are horrendous. It continues for quite some time, and eventually it'll be blocked off. Keep going forward, and don't turn back or leave the path. The forest can play tricks on you. Supposing the path is still there, of course. It seems pretty incredible to me that the compound would have been left all alone all these years. Oh, it still stands. After all, why would they bother to go and dismantle it? Go, search for whatever truth you think you'll find, but be careful, detective. Do what must be done, then leave. Staying there is dangerous. I hope that once you enter the place and feel the energy I did, you'll have a sense to see what I never could. You understand, don't you? The mask must be purified. Honestly, it really depends on what I find. I understand would be confirmation to purify it. Tanaka comes first is, in all honesty, purely self-serving. It really depends on what I find. Don't be a fool. Finding what happens that day will change nothing. You're being haunted by your past, chasing phantoms as I once did. When you enter those dark places, you leave pieces behind. Purify it. Stop this while you're still whole. I'll begin preparations of the ceremony regardless. See her out. I see how it is. I came here for information. But yeah. She's never said anything like that to me. You must have really scared. Why do I gotta be the bad guy, Mai? Look, I am a detective. I am a private investigator. I forgot that I'm no longer a detective. I'm not that scary. Listen, I'll help you with this ritual because I think it'll help Grandma get better. But don't get yourself killed. It's kind of the point, really. I know in your eyes I'm probably just a kid, but I know how much it hurts to want the truth. Takashi obsessed over the past, and I was miserable not knowing. Grandma almost went insane on top of that. Grandma said it herself. You're still young. You should forget about all that and start over. You might not want to hear this, but listening to you two talk about the mask and spirit, well, you sounded like that girl at the shrine. It scares me, and it should scare you too. Take care of yourself, Itō. Why do I gotta be the bad guy? Also, lady, look, it's been at least 6 months, maybe even 8, maybe even a year. Clean off your damn sheets. These sheets are from when I first came, met talked to the girl, shot the girl markings. All right, that's red paint. All right, those are cloth. Clean your damn sheets. Get new sheets. Get something. Give me 1 second. All right. I guess I no longer have to worry about that guy. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna call it here. It was a little short, but at the same time, once I go into the suicide forest, which mind you is an actual real place, look it up. It is so creepy, but so awesome. But it's anyways. Sorry, I'm a fan of the macabre. Yeah, no. So, I think once I go into there, it's gonna be a long time before I can get out and do anything else. So I'm gonna call it here today. If you enjoy the game, leave a like or leave a comment. Let me know what you anything really. And of course, tomorrow, we will be in the Forest of the Dead. That place. Look. There's a lot of names. Ayokai Garhara? I'm not gonna be able to pronounce it. I'm honestly not gonna be able to pronounce it. If somebody knows how to pronounce it, I don't know. You're awesome. I'm not. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.